Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and welcome back to 60 Days Till BFA. Today we're talking about mining, and in Battle for Azeroth, mining's boring. But it should be. It should be kind of the intro profession. If a friend hasn't ever played before, you tell them to pick up mining, you play the game, and if you ever see a sparkle rock, you click on it. All that's the same, but we do have some noteworthy changes to talk about. First, of course, new expansion, new ore. In Battle for Azeroth, the new common mining node is Monelite, a bronze earth-colored vein, and storm silver, a jagged blue crystalline vein. These don't quite follow the trope of brown rock near dirt zone and blue rock near snow zone, but honestly it's close enough. It's a good rule of thumb when you're going out and mining on day one. We also have a rare node named Platinum, and honestly this one kind of confuses me because it doesn't act like most rare nodes, where like 1 in 20 times a Monolite node spawns as a Platinum. In Battle for Azeroth, there are just Platinum nodes, but this may just be a beta thing to make sure we have some for testing. Next, ranks are back, and here are some numbers for the nerds out there. At no ore skill, you'll get 1 to 4 ore per node, so an average of 2.5. Mine for a while, and just like before, you'll get a quest item to learn rank 1. At rank 1, you'll get 2 to 5 ore per node for an average of 3.5. At rank 2, you'll unlock the ability to mine Explodium, which is kind of a cross between Blood of Sargeras and Obliterum. From my testing, I was exploding every 30 to 50 nodes. At rank 3, which is where you'll be for most of the expansion, I was getting 3 to 6 ore per node for an average of 4.5. But before I go on, I gotta say, great job to the art team and the quest design team. Monolite looks like a common ore. And even if you've never played the game before, if you see a rich platinum node, you just know that you hit the jackpot. The quests are great and tell you neat stuff, like Monolite is a soft ore, so rather than just picking away at it, you'll get more if you hit the node with the side of your pickaxe, and this heats up the ore, allowing it to just peel away from the surrounding rock and dirt. I love this. I feel smarter after reading these quests. I feel like I'm actually a miner, but it doesn't change the gameplay. Like, it's still just see a sparkle rock, click on it. And I know that Blizzard can do better than that. The Legion Jewel Crafting Daily had us chipping away at a rock to get a variable score that gave us variable results. That's what you're telling us to do in these quests. That's how you're telling us we're going to be mining, but you're not having us do it. The game has grown, so let's move past click on sparkle rock, please. Also, there's been a big problem with bots recently, and they would have a really hard time if there's a basic little mini-game at every node. But moving on, there are a few big changes in Battle for Azeroth. In Legion, Blizzard tested out the idea of living Laystone, living Fellslate, living Imperium, and I am very happy to say that this is going away. We now just have nodes found near cliffy things and seams found in caves and rivers, but it seems like someone on the development team finally raised their hand and asked, wait, aren't animals and rocks different things? You don't have to gear your miner anymore, and you don't have to have server hop installed. Next big change is that miners don't have smelting capabilities in Battle for Azeroth. This is actually the same as Legion, but unlike Legion, neither do blacksmiths. Like, there aren't Monolite bars, there aren't Storm Silver bars. And honestly, this kind of bums me out. Like, yeah, it's a little tedious to make bars, but with smelting, miners don't have to trade time for gold. They can just, if they're in a hurry or they have a date night, they can just buy cheap ore, smelt it into bars, and make enough profit to last them through the next raid day. And finally, we're going to end it with some cool quality of life changes. Glove enchants are back. These cut 40% off the cast time of mining from 3 seconds to 1.8. We're also getting something new, the ability to mine while mounted. This is baseline, and it seemed to be just part of mining. Like, I never learned an ability. My buddy Iltri and I just saw a paladin running around mounted and banging on nodes, and we had our minds blown. Problem with this is that it doesn't currently apply to Druid travel form. Hopefully that'll change come by the time live rolls around. The final quality of life change is the interface, what's become known as the profession squish. This doesn't actually change anything technically. What it does is, rather than BFA being increasing the total number of skill points from like 800 to 900, everything's being condensed and split up. So there's 1 to 100 vanilla mining skill points, 1 to 100 Burning Crusade, 1 to 100 Pandaria, and Kultiran and Zandalari is going to have 1 to 150. And then you're going to have a cumulative mining score that's not going to change of 1 to 300. So what this means is that to max out your mining, you want to max out your current content stuff to 150, but then you also, in order to max out your total mining, you have to hit up at least 3 different expansions. Honestly, this doesn't really matter for mining very much, but the crafting professions are going to need to craft at least 150 items from old world zones, old expansions. So we're going to see an increase in the demand for corium and fell iron and cobalt ore and all these old world ores that we haven't really cared about. So long story short, Serenite's going to increase in price, fell iron's going to increase in price, corium's going to increase in price. We're going to have really expensive old world mats. Like corium bars are already 2,000 gold a piece. Expect them to hit 4,000, 5,000. But honestly, numbers like that are just speculation. It wasn't implemented yet in my testing, so I can't tell you numbers for sure, and of course it's going to depend on your server. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more profession overviews, and click on the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I come out with actual specific farming routes for each herb or ore. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, good luck, and happy gold making.